Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready? Squeeze. Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift. Jack. Fair. SOS. Go. SOS. Ready.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. For that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 211 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of playoff success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So in playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you, punk.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey,
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Cousins on target to Diggs.
Play to win. Let's go.
That's good for our Vikings. First down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check. Lucky.
Cousins on 1st down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run with Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Henry running right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. To throw is Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. This is Lewis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. On 3rd down, Henry, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
10 Lobo. Mike 40. Come on, D.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Wide, get wide.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. Lewis has the first down and then some. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Taking it in from the 20, and the Titans are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch. Signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Focus, defense, focus. 54's Mike.
3rd and long for Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Check 31.
Gun. Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Fights loose. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Sponge. No.
Check three.
Tyler, 64, weak.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Look, squeeze. Hey, it's just me and you. Go on. It's just me and you.
Shift.
Get it.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
X3. 218. Chop it. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Hey.
I got motion, man. Me. I got this. 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins to throw it. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's our time, guys.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Shifts by him, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
No, off.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Man, I got you. Switch.
Check 24.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone.
Get ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Again, it's Henry. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
Tannehill.
Let's get it.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Mike's 40. Danny. Check 37. Ready?
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line.
In a 2-minute drill, we often talk about taking care of the football, but sometimes it's just a matter of who wants it more. How about him going up top on a 50-50 ball and taking it away for a big play?
He's coming. We got double up. Check 50. Yes.
A first down carry for Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
40's a Mike.
Here we go.
Now it's Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. There for the sack, Everson Griffin.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Titans going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught by Treadwell. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Dory Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Here's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Check. Hey, gang. Check the outs. Check the outs. Black. Check 3. Hey, wide. Check 24. Watch 24.
Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide to the left. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire, but in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it was just not meant to be.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you, this was a fun one, just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
Keep playing hard. Pick it up.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. On the carry, it's Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. He's got the first down inside the 10. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Jello, I'm the blue lady. Where's the mic? I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Vikings take over.
Here we go. Yeah.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Now Cousins. He's going to take a shot, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 33 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 36, Mahomes, and an alley to run. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch 54, watch 54. Yellow. Run, lots to run. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Under 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
18, chopper. 15.
Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
15. Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Dustin Colquitt on to punt. We'll likely see brother Britton on the other side get a chance later. Back deep is Marcus Sherrills. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
6 guys. Check 6 to 1.
Back near the goal line, Cousins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Cook. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Leave it. Ring up 48. Gun.
That's mine.
Two.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Damian Wilson in on the stop. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On second down, it's Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch tight end. 3 down.
Hey, number 8, come on.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Well, now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins 35-34.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Stay with your man.
Check.
First.
Check.
Where's the hot?
Third and long for Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Greystone travel. Zebra. Where's that?
Final play of the half. Cousins going deep for Diggs. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill. SOS, 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 SOS.
From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, 15. Get in the weight room. Kill. Check hot, bro. Hot.
And he's got some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 24.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 26. Let's get it right now.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he is out of bounds here on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Hey, flipper. Hey, steamer. Hey, echo.
First down, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike's 56. Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, Cook. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Cousins letting one go deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Yellow.
54 Mike.
Let's go, D. Watch twist. Watch twist.
Hooray!
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Now Cook. And an alley to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 39 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the fourth quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Go. Get the ball.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Gun.
Check. Fresno. Mike, 50.
Hey, Foxtrot.
It's going to be a long...
To throw is Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 53. I'm coming after you.
Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 14-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Ripley.
Orbit. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Army, Army. Army, Army.
40's the Mike.
To throw is Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
At the 27-yard line.
Watch the edge.
Hey, here we go. Finish the game. Right. Get it.
Space to maneuver at the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That is a dangerous combination right there, as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous, because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Yellow. Argo on, 80.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was Patrick Mahomes leading the way.
He doesn't seem to get ruffled no matter where he plays, does he? Home, on the road. If you put him in a neutral site, which he hopes one day would be the Super Bowl, he plays at a high level. We know about the big right arm, but I think it's the poise that I'm really, really admiring out of this youngster and watching him play. How about the first 3 games of his career in the NFL as a starter in 2018? He set a record for touchdown passes with 13.
Yeah, you think back to that entrance, and he has just kept it up. Amazing what he's been able to do. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Playing skills, you did.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Watch the run. Watch. Hey, Sunday.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Switch up.
Motion. Hey, dribble it.
Mike, 56. Watch the pass. Here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Dance, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Switch.
Watch safety creeping.
It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Good job, D. Good job.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, baby, all day. 13.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Alert 3.
I got you.
Alert 3. Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go. 180.
54. Here we go.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A gain of 3, second down. One of the big questions in the lead up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman. We saw him go down fairly early in that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, and you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, pop back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand that. I mean, the chance to get to the Super Bowl and play. He's been there once before, but that was with Atlanta. And that was a 28-3 game, that lead that they gave up against New England. He wants to try and get a ring himself. So if at all possible, he will give it a go. Fortunately for San Francisco, he's part of a 3-man rotation at tailback that includes Matt Breida, who's a backup, and Raheem Mostert, who has just blazed through the playoffs.
You mentioned that game against New England. Of course, Kyle Shanahan was also with Atlanta. He wants to right that ship, too. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, his second sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
That's how we do it, baby.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We're scoreless after 1. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be dreaming. Hey, watch that, watch that. 11. Mike, 50. Hey, seam 6.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Right there. 50. Right there.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards in the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Coleman. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Check. Watch 54. I don't think you got it, son.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47.
Kill.
12.
Kill. Turn up. Check 3. Check.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
He can't hang. He's not hanging.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
No. Off. 12, fellas. Here we go. 21.
They'll run it with Coleman, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Eluding the pressure right. It's Hill, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Check tight. 51.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins there to make the grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Drops it off for Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 37 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Don't be scared of it. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Cut.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son. 43. You check safety. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike. 54. We got to get the ball. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorites.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They will run again with Coleman. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Black 80! White.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
24 is the mic. You got nothing today.
11.
On 1st down, Coleman. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Single. Motion.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Coleman now. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Check 50.
Here's Coleman. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 33 yards. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This will be taken short, and he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. We're back now in KC. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Hill the intended receiver once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he brings it back.